Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell so you're notified when we upload. Today we are sharing our Sephora sale haul. We did a video, and we can link that down below, where we talked about what we thought we were going to buy during the holiday Sephora sale. And I went completely like off what I don't think I had anything in my cart that I ended up getting. Maybe a few things.
But
What? Oh, the brush cleaner. Yeah, the brush cleaner. Britta said she really stuck to mostly.
I stuck to the list.
What her list was, but we still wanted to share because a lot, like, we've tried everything now, and I feel like that's more informational for you guys to know, like, what we really like.
Yeah.
And what we didn't really like. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm just gonna start with kind of the boring ones. The Isle of Paradise Dark Self-Tanning Oil Mist. This was just a repurchase for me because I was so low on my original bottle, so I thought I would get a backup during the sale. So I haven't even opened this one yet, but this is like my favorite tanner. I use it every week, so
it's so good.
I'm always gonna need a new one. Okay, I'll start with my boring one too. Well, I have a few boring ones, but in the video I talked about how I needed a new brush cleaner, and this, when I ordered it, it still had no reviews, but I just like took a chance. And it's a Sigma x Sephora Sig Magic brush shampoo, and I'm a little confused, like maybe Sigma, this is their formula and it's just like in collaboration with Sephora collection, but it works really, oh, it says shake gently. I haven't been doing that. I should do that. It has such a short ingredient list. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. It's just water, coconut oil, palm oil, and potassium hydroxide, which was way shorter of an ingredient list than the Eco Tools one that I had purchased per Britta's recommendation. So I like that it seems like a little bit cleaner, because I felt like I've always had issues with like harsh detergents like messing up my brushes. So I really love this. My only complaint, I actually love that there's a pump because it's so much easier to control the dosage. But the dosage on this pump is pretty small, so I find that I have to like spray quite a bit either on the brush or on like the little silicone pad I'm using. But I was thinking all this and I'm like, yeah, like that's like the one thing to complain about, but I'd rather have it be too small of dosage and having to like pump more than pumping once and having it just waste a ton of product that I don't need. So overall, this is like so great. It's a little more expensive than like a cheap like drugstore cleaner, but I really love it, and it's worked really well on my brushes, and it feels nice too. It's like nice to look at. Yeah,
I feel like a lot of them like aren't cute.
Yeah,
this one's nice.
Okay, this I talked about at length, so I'm not going to stay here long, but the Anastasia Nouveau palette.
But yeah, you have it on today?
Yeah, I've been wearing it like every day since I've gotten her, every time I've done my makeup. It's just everything I want in an eyeshadow palette. So many beautiful greens. I haven't even gotten to use the Wisteria shade.
My favorite look I ever did with this palette still is when I just threw on the Wisteria shade all over my eyes in the summertime.
I should try that.
And I loved how it looked.
Yeah, like even in our Get Ready With Me, I used Lily and Isle, so those are more like peachy and pinks. And then my go-to, I feel like, is using Belle.
Belle's my favorite.
Belle, and I put a little bit of, which
Hope?
one is it? Hope? Yeah, I think also like in the center, or like Belle and Hope kind of blended. But then today I did Fleur in the crease with Liberty on the outer corner, Paloma on like the inner corner, and then a little bit of Hope in the center. And I love how it looks because I love like a cream shade on the inner corner to like brighten up the whole look, and like a cream matte, I should say. So I love everything about this palette. I think it's truly spectacular. I love the packaging. It's just like my favorite eyeshadow palette in a long time.
Yeah, I got it too. And then now we saw Lisa Eldridge is launching eyeshadow, so I'm like, oh, I'm not even an eyeshadow palette person. This palette was the first one I bought, and during like a couple months ago. In literal, like, I want to say years. Like, I just don't buy a lot of No, I did buy that little Dior quad.
Yeah, I decluttered a lot of them, and so I really only have my Anastasia palettes, my Patrick Ta palettes.
Me too. I only have the Patrick Ta, the Anastasia.
Oh, and then Sydney Grace. I have 2 of those.
Yeah, I have a Tom Ford quad and a Dior. What are they called? They have a name because there's 5 shades, not 4.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna buy a Lisa palette. I don't know.
No,
it's so beautiful. She did like a stunning job. We'll report back. We'll do a video if we end up buying one. Okay, let's see. I can talk about my favorite purchase. This one I went completely off script.
I did a whole reel putting this on, so I will link that down below so you can see me applying it, because I think it's informational, because I do like more of a sheer application versus like a more heavy application. So I saw Becca's son use this in a YouTube video, and we have the same exact taste in like all of makeup and clothes.
Yeah.
I also have the purse she has. But anytime she talks about a blush specifically, I feel like I like want it, or I have already liked something and she'll talk about it. And she bought this and talked about it, and it's the Gucci blush in Rosy Beige. And it looks like a normal blush, but this formula is so special. I can't even describe it. It's called a Luminous Matte Blush per the Gucci description. And it really does feel like a super, super thin, it like looks like a thin veil of color with like a little bit of sheen in it. I don't really know how else to describe it. I don't like powder blushes that are like thicker. I don't know if this is making sense, but when you like dip your brush in and there's a lot of powder that comes up, like I don't like that. This is like very packed, and it's just so thin, and it glides on and blends out so easily. And it really does have like a slight luminosity to it, but not shimmery at all. I can't really describe it.
Kind of like the Burt's Bees blushes. I feel like those are kind of like that. Like they're matte, but they have a slight sheen.
Yeah, but the Burt's Bees, can't you see a little sheen in the like the mask tone?
No, not really.
Yeah, because this one, when I look at it, I can't really see. I don't know, where's this made? It looks like an Italy formula. Where does it say? Made in Italy. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. And the packaging is stunning.
Yeah.
The like cover is just so beautiful. I'm so happy I bought this. It's my new favorite blush. I don't love a lot of the other shades, but because it is so sheer, I might eventually get the deeper berry shade, because I thought that it would be too dark for my skin tone, but I think it would actually work out. So if you want to splurge on a blush, I know it's expensive.
I know, I want to add it to my list, but it's pricey.
It's really pricey.
I just got a lot of things.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it not during the sale, honestly. I got the mini Tower 28 SOS spray. It's basically hypochlorous acid in a bottle. But I had wanted to try this for a while because I've just, you know, people rave about the spray. I know it's big on TikTok now too, and Carly had it at one point too.
Yeah, I had the mini size.
Yeah, and it's good for like eczema prone skin, and usually in the winter is when I'll get like eczema breakouts because my skin gets so dry, and I just felt my skin getting, like my skin barrier getting disrupted. And I didn't really know why, because I wasn't really using harsh products, but like it would be more red. So I'm like, I'm gonna get this and try it. And I've been using it morning and night, and I do think it's really helping to like protect my skin barrier. And I also like that it's kind of like a disinfectant for your face, I guess. Like I feel like it could keep bacteria at bay, so it should help with breakouts, you know, long term. Like if I don't know. I haven't really like tested that theory because I've only been using it for about a week or so, but I feel like it should help with acne, just knowing that it kind of fights bacteria, this like main active ingredient. So I've really been liking it. It does have a very harsh smelling like base smell, but I don't really mind that. It
smells like chlorine.
Yeah, it dissipates after you put it on. Like I'll put this on in the morning before my vitamin C serum, and then I put moisturizer, and then I'll put it on like at night before moisturizer. And I also kind of like it because you dampen your face, which is how you should be applying like most moisturizers anyway. So it like kind of has that added benefit where I don't have to put like, you know, make sure my skin is damp before going in with a moisturizer, because just this does it for me. So I really like it. I want the full size when I'm out of this, but this is really nice for travel because I did travel with it, and it's a good size. It's still 1 ounce, so I feel like it'll last me. Okay, so I really love this foundation. I got the Cosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. I think during that video, you had mentioned you were possibly gonna get it.
Yeah, well, I wanted it because I'm still going
through the trial size, but I didn't need a new foundation. Yeah, but then I did need a new foundation. I really don't have very many. Britta has far more than I do. So she convinced me to buy it, and I'm in the shade Light Cool 180. This one says shake well too. I have not been shaking it.
Oh, really? Probably just because of the zinc.
Yeah, but anyways, it's lovely. I have it on right now.
I have it on too.
It's such a good everyday foundation. I don't know why more people don't talk about this.
I know.
Because the concealer, I still feel like, the concealer is still my #1 concealer I've ever used. The Cosas Revealer concealer is my #1. But I feel like everyone loves that concealer. It's like huge on TikTok,
And I feel like this didn't get the love it deserves, but I know foundation can be really polarizing.
But it got an Best of Beauty award.
Oh, okay. But I truly feel like sometimes when I wear foundation, I hate how I feel towards the end of the day. Like, I feel like, I don't know, really uncomfortable. Like, it feels heavy. I still love the Armani Luminous Silk, but like, I'm not going to be wearing that every time I do my makeup because it's so expensive.
Yeah, but that's why I want to wear it more, because I don't want it to expire.
I do wear it all the time because I love that foundation. But that one, like this, is kind of the same feeling. And I did find that when I used like a lot of this, I felt it was a little heavy, but if I use like my normal amount, which isn't a ton, and then just blend it all over, I just think it's like the perfect, like it doesn't feel heavy.
Yeah.
But it covers pretty well.
Yeah, I like how it wears.
Yeah, it wears really nicely. It doesn't break up. It has SPF in it, which is great. And it has a ton of, it has hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, peptide, squalane, B5, arnica, caffeine, and some flower ingredient. And I'm sure a lot of those are at marketing levels, but I think they did like clinical studies on this foundation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to look on Sephora, but I think I remember seeing that. So I feel like they actually spent a lot of time on this, and it like shows.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good foundation.
I know, it's good.
And it's a glass bottle, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, the Living Proof Perfect Hair Dye 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. In the video where we talked about our shopping like lists, I just mentioned that I had a sample of this once, and I really loved it, and I was missing it, so I was getting the 2-ounce size, which is pretty affordable on Sephora already. And I love this. I've been using it every time I do my hair, wash my hair. I just put maybe like half of a quarter size amount in my palms and concentrate it on the ends, but I do put it kind of all over my hair before I blow dry, and it really helps to like smooth out the hair without weighing it down. And it's 5-in-1 because I think it's also like a heat protectant. It says for smoothness, volume, conditioning, strength, and polish. So maybe it's not a heat protectant, but I really love this. I really have no cons about it. I feel like it's pretty affordable as far as hair products go. I like the scent in here. And it doesn't weigh my hair down. It really does smooth everything. So I would recommend this for sure. Okay, I love that I repurchased this during the sale. Britt and I used to love this. It's the Tarte Colored Clay CC Under Eye Corrector in the shade Light Medium. They've since repackaged it. And I don't know what possessed me to be like, oh, I should repurchase that. Because I haven't talked about it and I haven't used it in years. But my dark circles have been so bad. And I think when I was shopping, I was just like, oh, I remember they had that on Sephora, and it used to only be at Ulta.
Yeah.
So I purchased it, and now I'm like, why did I ever stop using that? Like, I really feel like my eyes look so much brighter. It's really thick, but it's really emollient. So if you use just a tiny bit, it brightens your under eyes because of the peach tone, but it also brightens because it has like a little sheen because it's emollient. And there's been days where I don't even put concealer over this and just like tap a tiny bit on, because again, a little bit goes a long way. And I just feel so much more awake, so much more bright. But I did put concealer over it today. And then you can use less concealer, which is really nice. And I just really love this, and I'm really glad I repurchased it. And I'm glad it's on Sephora because it wasn't always.
Yeah, it's so good.
And it's affordable, like as far as the correctors go, because a lot of them are expensive.
I know, I'm trying to make my way through the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I like that one more.
This I haven't tried yet, so let me know if you tried it. But the Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% mask.
I used to have that.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was really harsh for my skin.
Well, I got it for like spot treating.
Yeah, that's what I ended up using it on.
Okay, yeah, I got it for spot treating, because when I get blemishes, it's always spots. Like one here, you know, it's not like usually a patch, thankfully. So I got this for spot treating because I didn't really have a spot treatment. Like I have the sulfur one from Naturium that I like and use, but I figured that the salicylic 2% mask would be a little less abrasive than the spot treatment from Naturium. I don't know if that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought like if it was kind of more of a typical like subtle blemish, I could use this, and then I would use the Naturium more on like cystic acne breakouts. So I just wanted something to have on hand. So I haven't used this yet, but I should, because I have a little bit on my forehead.
Yeah, I used to use that. Yeah, I have a lot of my chin in my forehead right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll borrow it later.
Yeah, I need to try it. Okay, my acupuncturist told me to get a gua sha and use it on my masseter muscles to help with my headaches. And so I saw this one at Sephora, and this may be like the biggest gem out of everything I'm talking about because it's so pretty in my mind. I didn't want a green one, and I know that's dumb, but they're just also like standard to me. And Sephora Collection has this, and Sephora collection was 30% off during the sale too.
Yeah.
So it was so affordable, and I think it's called Blue Jade, and it just has like the prettiest veining in it, and it's like this bright blue color, and I just love looking at it, and I feel like because I like how it looks, I'll use it more. Maybe that's dumb, but I just didn't want a green jade or a green gua sha. So I'm really happy they had this, and it was new too. So I got this and I love it. And then you need an oil to do gua sha, and I had ran out of my Summer Fridays oil. Well, I didn't fully run out, but it smelled weird. So I was like, I gotta toss it.
use mine up before it expires.
Yeah, and I've loved this on and off for years, so I just picked up the ordinary rosehip seed oil to use with it because I've tried so many facial oils, and this one still stands out as my number one.
Honestly, I used it. I mixed it with my lotion last winter, and it like changed the look of my legs. Like it made them look smoother. And I need to repurchase
I used to wear it under makeup every day when I wore makeup every day to work like 5 years ago, and my makeup always looked so nice because it added like a little bit of emolliency, but it's not too emollient.
Yeah.
So I'm like so happy I repurchased this, and I really only got it to use with this, but now I've been using it like at nighttime, during the day. Like I put a little under my eyes today because they've been feeling so dry. Stuff is like $6. It's literally so good.
I know.
But this combo together is so nice too. So I've really been loving the gua sha. If you have, I just saw a tutorial on YouTube I found, but if you have tutorials you like, let me know. Okay, I got the NARS Power Matte Lipstick in No Angel. I did a reel on this because I'm honestly so undecided. I think I'm leaning towards returning it, but I might keep it. But if that reel is up, I'm going to link it down below and you go look at the try on because I really like the formula. It's like a very thin like powder matte. It does make my lips look drying, like I will say that. It's not, like for whatever reason, the Lisa Eldridge matte lipsticks, I don't know how they do it. I have one on now. Yeah, I don't know how they do it where like they're like a powdery matte, but they don't make my lips look crazy. Whereas this does. It's like a matte, so keep that in mind. But my main complaint, I like the packaging, I like everything about it, but my main complaint is I was expecting like a nude shade. It's described as like a soft brown or pinky brown, and I was expecting a nude, and this is a full-blown terracotta. People say that the NARS products specifically on Sephora are awful. And that you have to like look on other people's websites. Well, I never buy from NARS, and so I didn't know that tip. But I was going to buy the red, but I was like, well, I should get a nude if I'm trying a new formula. And this isn't a nude, it's like a terracotta, and I have other terracotta lipsticks. Like I still really like the Fenty Freckle lipstick. That's more of like an orangey terracotta. I thought you meant to get that color because it's really pretty. It's a really pretty color. It's so pretty, but I just wanted a nude. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just like torn because it's just the opposite, not the opposite color. It's not like you should just repurchase Velvet Fawn because it's so good. Yeah. So it's just not what I was expecting, and since it's so expensive, I was like, I don't need another terracotta lipstick. Like I have plenty that I like. So let me know if that reels up. I'll link it down below because I'm undecided. And then we did get the Nest Crystallized Ginger and Vanilla Bean Candle. We haven't light this yet. It's perfection. It's so good. I think we mentioned to you guys that we were at Nordstrom and smelled it before the Sephora sale. We specifically went into Nordstrom because I was like, I bet they have the new Nest candle. Went in, smelled it, and then we're like, we gotta order this next week during the sale. It's so good. I mean, it's very ginger forward. Yeah, so if you don't like ginger. And it's very vanilla forward. So you have to like both of those notes to like it, but it's very balanced. Like I feel like it's not too sweet, it's not too punchy, like gingery, and there's definitely like some spices in there too. You guys know how much we love Nest. Like aside from our own candle brand, Nest candles are always the ones we get the most excited over. Like we have the same taste as Nest. Totally. And then decides on their perfumes. Yeah, so we're excited about this. Like we love their new holiday launches every year. And then on the last day of the sale, like I was in Solvang and Carly and I were like on the phone because I'm like, oh, I feel like we need to buy the holiday candle from Nest before the sale ends, and so I ordered that. So I'll insert a photo, but we don't have it every year. We get it every year. I don't know how we just thought we could get away with not getting it. I know, and it's so good. It's like a very like warm and cozy. And it's very like berry, or I want to say like it has like a cranberry smell almost. Like a warm holly berry situation. So we got that, and then the last thing I got that I don't have yet, because I think I'm returning this NARS lipstick, I was like, well then I'm gonna get the other lipstick that I had on my list, which is the Rare Beauty
Kind Words matte lipstick in the shade Talented.
You'll like it.
Yeah, because this one was a lot less expensive. It was $20 full price. So with the discount, it was under $20. And I really want to try that formula as well. And I'm pretty sure Talented is a nude because I've seen it on people. So I was like, maybe I should return this and grab that. But I'll let you know when it comes and how I like it. Okay, thank you guys for making it through this. Let us know what you got during the sale and what you'd recommend.